Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Roguelike Card and welcome back to Vampire Crawlers. Okay, so it has been several more hours since the last episode. I now have 20 hours and 21 minutes in this game, and well, if we just take a look at my unlocks, I have 158 out of 160 things unlocked in this game. I got a little hooked on this, and I think I've unlocked the last level. I have unlocked all of the vampire survivors. I've unlocked the Arcana system, and the last Arcana I will unlock as soon as I can get to a deck size of 40. The Blacksmith I have messed around with a little, but not a ton. I have found all but one relic, which I'm assuming is going to be in this last level. And as far as upgrade purchasing, yeah, the only thing I have left to purchase is Curse, which I don't really need. So I am about as strong as I can be. Let's go ahead and choose our crawlers to take into this final level. I'm going to do one run today, win or fail, and then probably I'm not going to have any more episodes on Vampire Crawlers until the game gets an update, which I'm sure it will. If I want to do this properly, I want to make sure that I always have ways to freeze, disarm, or knock back my opponents. And I think basically the only guy who starts with a Clock Lancet is Iguanagalo Vaieto. So he gets 25% more coins when Gallo's played, and then 10% more coins when wild cards are played.
A trick is something a sorceress does for coin.
Sure, man, whatever you say. Anyway, I actually can have a maximum party size of 3. So having picked one crawler to serve as my main, the other ones will add one card to my deck. So, which one do I want? What is going to go well? Croce adds Revival, which is good. And he starts with the Cross, which costs 2. So I think, let's see, you start with a Clover, a Tome, and Armor. Let's take Imelda. Wait, does the wand cost 1 or... I can't remember if the wand costs 1 or 0. I really need something that costs 1. Let's go with Damario for the King's Bible. Alright. And we're going out. I'm going to turn off the hurry mode. We are heading into... Well, first let's see all the places we've been. I've been to the Mad Forest and cleared 3 stages in the Mad Forest. I have cleared 3 stages in the library. I have conquered the Teeny Bridge. I have cleared 3 stages in the Dairy Plant. I have crossed the Weenie Bridge. I have cleared the Gallo Tower, which is really tough. I have cleared the Meanie Bridge. I have cleared the first part of Capella Magna. And now it is time for Capella Ultima. Here lies the floating throne room, where the puppet masters of all this land's woes dangle their strings. A fitting perch for those who fancy themselves gods, yet wallow in rot. Okay. Let's actually take a magic wand. So there's going to be 5 levels to the dungeon. And there's going to be a lot of baddies. Also, thanks to all of my upgrades and everything, yeah, I'm starting out with a lot of boosts. I get 3 armor, I've got 120 health. I'm starting at 5 mana. Let's send out a Bible. Let's start with Demario. And then hit a Clock Lancet so that none of us attack. Okay, this is the next turn. We're going to start with armor. We're going to go with a Light Tome. And we're going to play Croce, and then drop them all with a cross. There we go. Okay. Realistically, getting another armor is really good. What do we have in here? We've got a double damage right off the bat. Or I could just re-roll. I'm looking for a pretty specific thing. Returns to hand after playing. Honestly, that's pretty good on a Light Tome. I was looking for a card that would make coin bags in my hand. Or, alternatively, one which would let me evolve my things. We're going to go at Gallo play, armor, Light Tome. Spinach isn't bad. Cat's not bad either. I'll take the spinach. We're gonna go with Light Tome, keep our combo going. Play a Clover. Spinach. I have taken some damage, but one of the stats that you have not seen yet on my playing of this is recovery. At the end of this fight, I'm going to recover 3 health. And there are other things I can do to gain that. Well, not with my current cards. And finish him off. Okay, I don't really need golden armor. I think I would prefer the garlic. Okay. Armor, wand, Bible, cross, and some garlic. As this run gets going, you are going to get to really appreciate the absolute insanity that you can do with comboing cards in this game. Because I did an absolutely terrible job taking advantage of combos. I'm actually going to take the Hollow Heart. At some point, I can exploit the hell out of that. Yes! Okay, a red. Perfect. Alright. Do I want the Heaven Sword? You know what? I think I do. It's so much damage. Not to mention that after a certain point, stacking more luck really just doesn't do anything. Bibles. sword, armor, wand. I'm gonna take a big hit here. The start of a run is always a little bit iffy. Taking a crown to do something with later, once I can actually combo some stuff, sounds good. Okay. Alright, at least we don't take any damage for this, this turn. Sure, light tome, some garlic, clocks. Alright, let's go garlic, light tome, heaven sword, Bible. Nice. Probably should turn that volume down a little bit. It's gonna get real loud on attacks. Okay. That's pretty good stuff, but I can do better. I'll take a stone mask. It's not the best thing. Wings. Okay. Reduce mana cost of next card played by 1. That card does not get destroyed when it is used. It just stays. So, here's a really important thing about my build, just from all my upgrades. I generate 5 mana a turn, but I also save up to 5 mana in between turns, which is great. So, I'm going to start with garlic, and then I'm going to pop wings. So, wild cards let you keep your combo building up no matter when you use it. And then the next card I play will also be a part of the combo. So I'm going to play the Heaven Sword. It now costs 1 less mana. It keeps the combo going. I can play the Clock Lancet. Combo is still going, because the Heaven Sword costs 2 when I play it. And it's okay to just break the combo with the Bible. Alright, what do we got here? Armor, spinach, armor, wand. Yeah, we're definitely gonna take a hit, but that's okay. Garlic. Wings. Okay, Spellbinder. That's a really good one to get. As you can see, with the way that it is built, I can keep around my crawlers for ridiculously long periods of time. And if you're playing it properly, it is actually very simple to just never let your crawlers run out. Okay, what's next? Let's go with Bible, Wings, Garlic. Okay. Do I want to sack the crown here? It's good for 60% increase. I will take it. Okay. What do we got here? Armor, spinach, wand. Freeze the whole front row. Alright, armor, tome, Spellbinder, Bible, sword. Nice. Yeah, we need to turn down that sound effect volume. There we go. Alright, garlic. I could get a rune tracer. That's not bad. I would prefer something that costs 2. Oh, wait. A trapdoor. Yes. Alright, this is crucial. It used to be the trapdoor draw just 1 card. I put an upgrade, which lets it draw more cards. But the number of cards it draws also ties into the combo. So, let's go with the Bible. And then we might as well finish it. I'm always going to try to fight every enemy just so I can get as many things as possible. Light tome, wand, sword. I have a hot mint blend tea today. Non-caffeinated. Even without combo, the trapdoor is able to draw 2 cards, which is great. Okay, the knockback was successful. Stack a little bit of might. Clock Lancet. The thing is, I don't have, like, a super specific concept for what I definitely need to win. I just want to make sure that I am very careful to make sure that I can get a lot of card draw, the ability to interrupt enemy attacks, and just try to stay alive. What can I get here? The Tiragasu stacking revives is also a very good strategy. Let's start with the Light Tome. Play the wheel. Go for some garlic. King Bible. These are just not good options. Sure, I'll take an extra 20% revival. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna take a big hit. That's fine. I just don't have enough weapons. Okay, we got you. Let's go this, and wheel. Cool. Weighty Tome. This is an absolutely fantastic item for generating a lot of mana, which will be important later. Alright, I'm going into the first floor boss with definitely less damage output than I would hope to have. Okay. Let's go for armor. Bible. Well, we're going to pop the wings. Keep the combo going. And wand, garlic. Okay, the boss has already started their thing. So this is the way the bosses work. Every time I play a card or end my turn, it fills up one of these notches. Once the last one fills, it activates these effects. So 5 damage, 750 armor on them, and then gives me 1 debuff card. All I can really do this turn, unfortunately, is try to stack up a bunch of combo for the spinning. Alright, so he put a junk card in my deck. Let's play the junk, see what we can get. King Bible. Alright, we'll end the turn. He's gonna put out a lot of damage that I can't stop. We're just gonna have to soak the hit. Okay. The garlic did work, so he's not going to do anything the next time that he sets up, so we can afford to set some more spinach. Alright, 16 damage and 200 armor at the end of this turn, or at the end of this round. Alright, I did draw the Clock Lancet. Alright, I knocked him back. We're gonna use the Clock Lancet. A knockback will stop their attack. Alright, he fills the last one, but is unable to take an action. This time, he's not putting out any damage whatsoever. So that's fine. Okay, Wand, Orb, Carello, Heaven Sword, at a high combo. Now I can pop Wings. So the combo continues. And now I can play a Spellbinder that's going to add 12 more triggers to each of my crawlers, leaving them there a long time. It cost -1 when I played it because of the wings making it cheaper, meaning that I can now play an armor for 0 to continue the combo, which adds 14. And finally, a King Bible for over 1,000 damage. Okay. Garlic. Yep, you get a little bit of armor, that's fine. Weighty Tome. Okay, there's Clock Lancet, that's perfect. We go armor. We go junk. We go Weighty Tome. Hit him with the Lancet so he can't actually do anything. Increase our might a little bit more. And this is basically how it works. We consistently play this little dance back and forth. Trying to keep them from hurting me, while also trying to output as much damage as I can. Okay, he's not going to do anything, so we're going to go Spellbinder, Attract Orb, Carello. Heaven Sword is still not going to kill. What I'm going to do is apply the freeze, pop the wing, and now Heaven Sword for over 6,000, no, nearly 6,000 damage on the hit. Okay. And knock back. Okay. Let's see. Wand. Junk. This is not going well. Yeah, I'm gonna take another big hit. Okay. I definitely need more card draw. Okay. We disarmed him, so he's not going to attack this time. Alright. Draw the cards. Okay, how can I do this? We're gonna drop the car. We're going to clock. We're going to wing. And we're going to Bible. Then get the armor. Alright. We're in his later phase. He now has fewer eyes before he triggers his actions. He only has 5 eyes now. Okay. Yeah, it's fine if you get armor. I can live with that. Go for the car. Go for the Heaven Sword. Okay, how do I stop you? We'll play Junk. We'll go with Lancet. Orb. Garlic. Okay, he's disarmed, so he won't attack. Spellbinder. King Bible. This guy is being a real pain to kill. Okay. Garlic didn't work. Okay, I got the knockback, so he wasn't able to deal any damage to me this turn. I have really not gotten the cards that I need to handle these boss fights yet. I will get more of them as the run goes on. Okay, home. Carello. We're gonna go with wings. And there we go. Okay. That was such a pain. Can I please get something better? My God, seriously. Freeze! Yes! 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 Yes, we want freeze. Perfect. Okay, that'll be another way of stopping bosses. So this is another mechanic that I unlocked, the ability to overkill bosses to earn extra money. I don't have any way to deal extra damage before the turn ends, so we're just gonna ignore that. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I think going for this is the better play. So we get our Unholy Vespers to do knockbacks. And yes, it has taken a half hour, but we are down to the second level of the Capella Ultima. I think this is an Arcana chest. Cards picked up from light sources now benefit from combo multipliers. When a crawler leaves, put them at the top of the deck or double any healing effects. I think double healing is probably the best way to go. That's gonna be like a boss bat fight. I don't think I'm quite ready to handle a boss bat fight. My god. I need more damage. I need more damage spells. Okay, armor. Garlic. Armor. Wand. Okay, what do I have here? Let's go Attract Orb. Vespers. Wings. Corello. I will take another King Bible. Perfect. Just to be clear, like, the deck I am building right now is significantly weaker than some of the other decks that I have been building as I have played through this game. Like, you are seeing a very, very poor version of what I am actually capable of. And yet, even still... Yes! Yes! Oh, good God. Second Attract Orb. Yes. Even with it being a very poor version, it still works. Okay, let's go with armor, Bible, armor, spinach. Sure, garlic. After that boss fight, these regular fights are really not stressful. Okay, magic wand. Attract orb. Wings. Garlic. Into attract orb. And let's just freeze the front row. Oh my god, they want to do so much damage. I am not going to let them. We're gonna freeze them again. Okay. Armor, orb, Vespers, Heaven Sword. There we go. Okay, that was rough, but it worked. I think I just need to skip that. Okay, coin bag, that's great. It's getting real dangerous to roll for gems. Double damage on Holy Vespers is pretty damn good. Yeah, that was pretty good. So this big coin bag we're going to hold on to. It is a one-time use wild card. And one-time use wild cards are extremely valuable. There's actually a gem I could put on a card that causes them to generate coin bags every time they're used. Using those, it's actually possible to just fill a deck with wild cards. Okay, that's fine. Orb, Vespers, fight's over. I'm already almost back up to full health. Oh boy, these guys. Okay. These things are so goddamn strong. Yeah. Jesus. Okay. That was unfortunately another big hit. Armor, wand, armor, tome. I'm only going to take 1 damage since I already have 7 armor, so that's okay. Let's go wand. Let's go orb. Let's go Vespers. Shadow Pinion. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good too. Okay. Another fight. Orb. That's not good. Alright, that's not as much damage as I was going to take at first. Garlic. Carello. Bible. And just go for a little bit of freeze. Okay, wand. Orb. Vespers. And then let's go wild and tome. Okay. Armor, orb, Corello. Santa Water is a pretty good choice. Hello. Okay, Bible. Tome, wings, Vespers. That's a pretty good play. Oh man, Demario finally ran out. It's kind of crazy, man. Garlic, Demario, Shadow Pinions, Clock Lancets. Armor, Orb. I guess Heaven Sword's all I can really hope for here. Okay. Let's go with Car, Wings, Vespers. It's actually quite annoying that this is very much one of the weaker decks that I have built in my recent runs. Alright, time to take down the bats. Wand. Orb. Let's go for Car. Okay. Wings. Oh my god, Friendship Amulet. This is huge. This is huge. It's just a wild card. It just increases combo. Costs nothing. That is absolutely what I wanted. Alright, Light Tome. We increase our combo again. We go for the Vespers. And then even more combo for the Santa Water. That was so damn good. And then 2 armor I don't need just for the hell of it. Alright. We're back in boss mechanics. Okay. There's not really much I can do here. Yeah. Weighty Tome. Let's go with the Shadow Pinion. Let's actually burn our coin bag. I don't think I'm going to get a much better time to just pop this. This is 18 more max health. Okay, 13 damage this turn unless I can stop him. There we go. Alright. He doesn't have anything he's going to try to do this turn. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Let's go Wings, Orb. Let's go ahead and pop that Stone Mask. We're going to go with the Vespers. Shadow Pinion. Then we're going to pop the Amulet. We're going to go with the Weighty Tome, because he's not going to hurt us. And then a crap load of damage. Alright. Armor. Bible. Tome. We froze him. He wasn't able to do anything. Okay. Wand. Orb. Vespers. Sword. Demario, Attract Orb. Really nothing I can do to stop you this time. But the Garlic will freeze you, which stops your effect from taking place. Now we're going to go Armor, Friendship Amulet, Carello, and Santa Water. This is how you stop bosses from hurting you. You just have to have, like, a very good sense of how to, like, stop and play around their effects. I've got... Okay, Clock Lancet. Perfect. Magic Wand, Spinach, Carello, Pinion. Alright, and that took it into Overkill. Neither of these is especially good. But I'll take a duplicator. We've made a good chunk of money. Okay. I could evolve a Hellfire Wand. Or I can make one of my cards wild. Making it wild is going to make it free. Being able to use one of my 3 costs for free to keep building combos is super good. And while I could evolve the Pinion with the wings, this is just a more, in my opinion, reliable way of doing this. I'm gonna take a lot of fucking damage. Okay. That's fine. Lancet. Armor. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's start with this. Go for Spinach. Go for Wings. Go for Fire Wand. And then go for Pinion. I am taking so much damage. Okay. We got a weighty tome. We can play Santa Water. And then we can play the Pinion. I can go for an Attract Orb for 6 more cards. Go for the Carello. Go for a very powerful Heaven Sword. We're going to play this. Play the Clock Lancet to stop his attack. And then we're going to go Wings. And we are going to increase our projectile amount by 11. And do over 3,000 damage with the Fire Wand. I did not at all get what I wanted to see. But the knockback was effective. So what debuff are you giving me? Okay, junk card. That's fine. I can handle the junk card. Alright, we knocked him back. We're going to play the junk card. Okay, we're going to go Armor. Shadow Pinion. Let's go Duplicator. Okay. And we successfully disarmed on top of the freeze there. So we eliminated this guy as a threat. And what do we want to see here? We're going to go Weighty Tome. Wings. Carello. Okay, the fight's going pretty well so far. These late game runs are extremely challenging. I really don't have any good way of comboing with this hand. Alright. This time my only threat is a debuff card. So the Vespers can handle it. Let's go the Friendship Amulet and Spinach to end the turn. Garlic to freeze for stopping his attack. Weighty Tome, Carello, Attract Orb, which can let me go into an Attract Orb. Oh, yeah. Now I've got power. Okay. Let's do the Shadow Pinion. Oh, I think we're in overkill. Alright, perfect. Celestial Dusting. We absolutely want Celestial Dusting. It has a chance to create a healing card when an enemy dies, and those little healing cards are themselves wild. So, my last card was a wild. Where do I want to start my new combo? We're going to start with the Magic Wand, Fire Wand. Yeah, this is definitely not the maximum overkill. Okay, and then we're going to increase the combo even more. And let me see here. Duplicator. Carello. And we are at combo 13. The Heaven Swords just absolutely tore that guy apart. It says 884, but let's see how much money that actually turns into. Keep in mind we're at about 6,700 gold right now. Oh, never mind. I guess it was accurate. That's fine. Alright, that was the second level. Okay. I think this evolution is better. Because I think that scales with amount, and I can really crank up my amount. This is getting real damn hard. Oh, okay. Yes, sacrifice a card for chicken. I will absolutely sacrifice a card for chicken. Thank you. I needed that badly. Please, for the love of God, give me something good. No, give me something better. Okay, double damage. How about double damage Hellfire? Okay. Okay, a Vacuum. That's a good card to get. I'm just kind of trying to get around to all the question mark spots on the map first. See if I can use them for anything effective. Okay, Weighty Tome. Shadow Pinion. Hellfire. Wings. And Garlic. Okay, what can you give me? God damn it. I'll just take the Empty Tome, I guess. Okay. King Bible, Celestial Dusting, Clock Lancet, Wand, Duplicator, increase combo for free, and do a whole bunch of killing.
For the greater glory.
Alright, combat cleared. I am very much now at the point where I can very easily defeat basically any regular encounter without taking damage. Okay, more wings, that's good. My maximum mana went up. If I sacrifice 2 cards, a red and a blue, I can get this chest. Let's sack the armor. You know, on further reflection, the only time this is ever going to make me wilds is when it kills enemies. And the parts where I really, really, really need to be careful what I'm playing against bosses, this is not going to do it. Give me something that was worth the sacrifice. Okay, reduce mana cost by 2. Reduced? Sure, I will have Santa Water that costs 1. That's actually pretty helpful. Okay. Hello, sir. Alright. Hellfire, I guess. You know what? Let's go Heaven Sword 2. Okay. Empty Tome. Garlic. Corello. And then, to make sure that I've got enough mana for next turn, Santa Water, Weighty Tome. Okay, Magic Wand, Wings, Wings, Vespers. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, let's go with the Shadow Pinion, the Vespers, the Friendship Amulet, and the Heaven Sword. Okay, Magic Wand, Santa Water. God. Skip. Corello, Hellfire. Gotcha. Tome, Orb... into Wings, into Orb, into King Bible, into Carello, into Heaven's Sword. Not bad. I still wish I had some more stuff in my deck that I definitely do not have, though. And some of these fights are getting really goddamn hard. Okay, Wings, Orb, Santa Water. Let's see how much damage we can get from Hellfire. Yeah, how about 6,900? Ancient Tome... no, I really don't need it. Honestly, Pumarola, just so I can have consistently more healing after each battle, that might actually really make an important difference. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm just gonna freeze you. Okay, Demario is back. Tome, Hellfire, Duplicator, Recovery, just in case something does manage to hurt me. I can make sure it sure as hell isn't going to do it for long. Attractor! Yes! 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 I love the Attractors. Tome, Orb. Tome, Wings, Orb. Garlic. Car Sword. Okay. So, I've got 22 cards in my deck right now. 3 of them are Tract Orbs. 3 of them make mana. I believe 4 of them are wild. I'm doing pretty good, considering this is my first attempt at what I am assuming is the last stage. Okay, we're gonna go Wings for Orb. For Orb. I'm going to go Shadow Pinion. So I can play an Empty Tome for 7 mana. And I can then play the Light Tome for even more mana. Go the Vespers. Go Hellfire. Okay, we play Wings. So... Santa Water. Garlic. Carello. Nothing there is used for me. And then I think I kill the entire enemy group on turn 1. There we go. That's the type of performance I'm more used to here. I could just go for the floor boss now. I would really much rather play very cautiously. Oh, this is good. This is good. Song of Mana? Yeah, this is a great card. So, when you play the Song of Mana, it damages everybody, but it also creates a raw mana card, which adds 3 mana, is also itself wild, and they're temporary. So, they don't get added to the deck, but they stick around. And just, wow. Okay. This is a very bad hand. I'm gonna take a giant chunk of damage. How dare you? Okay, let's go Wings, Orb. Into Orb. Let's go Wings into Dominario, into Orb. Okay. Let's go into Weighty Tome for 21 mana. Let's go for Heaven Sword. Shadow Pinion. Magic Wand. Santa Water. Carello. Hellfire. And I could have kept that going much longer if I had needed to. Alright. What do you guys want? Let's go Orb. Shadow Pinion. Let's go Shadow Pinion into Song of Mana so I can drop raw mana so I can be wild again. And let's go Heaven Sword. There we go. Okay, Friendship Amulet, Puma, Hellfire. There's not really anything useful I can do there. Garlic. Vespers. Oh, Parmegus! This is perfect. Another wild card. Which we're going to take to play into Light Tome, into Carello. This level is absolutely testing me. Okay, Weighty Tome. Wings. To go for a Tract Orb. So I can go Garlic. So I can go so I can go Hellfire, Song of Mana. And we're not done yet because the combo hasn't ended. let's just take a bunch of recovery this turn. Yeah, I'm gonna heal 55 health after this, and I'm only down, like, 9. Okay, Tome, Vespers. Yeah, that's fine. Just Clock Lance it past the turn. Okay. Wow, notification suggestions? No, I don't want you to give me notifications from an application whose notifications I have previously chosen to turn off. Thanks for asking, Dell support app, whatever you are. Okay, got this. Let's go Song of Mana. Raw mana. Okay, this is gonna cut down some of the damage. Oh, never mind. That cut down all the damage. Okay. Garlic. Attract Orb. Tome. Attract Orb. Okay. So I think all I can really do here is just drop an incredibly powerful Hellfire. By the way, crazy thing. There's actually a triple damage gem. Yeah. Obviously it is rarer than the double damage gem, but the triple damage gem is absolutely one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen. And I have enough to full combo that entire hand. Okay, Crochi. Oh, holy crap, I hadn't even noticed, but I have 4 revives just waiting in the wings in case I ever die. Attract Orb into Attract Orb, into Weighty Tome, into Wings, into Attract Orb, into Attract Orb. Yeah, we're going to end the fight. Let's go Vespers. Let's go Shadow Pinion just for the hell of it. Heaven Sword. There we go, that was easy. So there's 2 more enemies on this floor, well, excluding the boss. Each one is protecting a light source. And I definitely want to get to those light sources.
Wild.
Yeah, we're gonna take a chunk of damage here. Okay, Demario, Wings, Attract Orb, into an Attract Orb, into a Wings for a Light Tome, followed by a Light Tome, followed by Corello, followed by Hellfire, followed by Song of Mana, double damage gem, double damage, double damage, double damage, double damage. Double damage the Corello. Which gives me raw mana for Santa Water, Pumarola, Heaven Sword. And I can draw another couple cards just for the hell of it. And then freeze you for the fun. Alright, what are you going to try to do here? That was easy. Some coins. Alright. Garlic. Carello. Parm. Draw 5 cards. The Vespers are the only other one I can afford. Okay. And boom. Just in case we take some damage, we've got a lot of healing. Okay, Weighty Tome, that's perfect. Heaven Sword. Wings, Duplicator, Shadow Pinion, Hellfire. Honestly, none of these are really good. We'll skip the reward. Alright, let's go take down the boss of the 3rd floor of Capella Ultima.
What was that spell?
I am scared to death about what could be out there. Because it's gonna be bad. Wow, that is... That is a really bad hand. Orb. Wand. Orb. Orb. Let's go just for a Song of Mana straight up. Alright, we have reached the boss. He's going to hit me for 23. Let's go for Damario. Harm. Bible. Garlic for the freeze. Okay. So I have to keep a super close eye on this fight. Let's burn our duplicator. Let's also go ahead and take the vacuum. Take an attract orb for even more cards. Let's go for cards. Okay. Heaven Sword. Shadow Pinion. This Light Tome is now good for 22 mana. And again for 22 mana. Which I can now spend on the Unholy Vespers. Okay, he's putting bombs in my chest. Or deck. I don't know why I said chest. But he's putting bombs, but it doesn't look like they're dangerous. Anyway, Hellfire. And honestly, we might as well play the rest of that. Seems fine. Yeah, this says I take no damage, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go Parm, Attract Orb. Alright, he's gonna gain 666 armor at the end of this. That does not mean anything. It is completely irrelevant. But we're gonna go Wings for the Song of Mana. This time he put a muddle. Crawler trigger types are randomized. I'm gonna be honest. I basically do not keep track of any of my crawler things. Like, it just doesn't really figure into the strategies anymore. Okay. Let's go with Wings. Clock Lancet. Shadow Pinion. Heaven Sword. Raw Mana. Magic Wand. I'm fine taking the hit. And then a Duplicator. I now fire an additional 14 more projectiles. And then just because I can spend 5 mana and still start with 10 next turn, we'll just get rid of that. Okay, he's in his final phase. Fuck this hand. That is an absolute garbage hand. Okay. Tome. Garlic, just to freeze you. Take no damage. Tome. Corello, and then some Vespers as well. Does that say I'm at 1000% greed? I'm gonna be honest, that sounds about right at this point. Okay. Let's go Friendship. Draw 4 more cards. Okay. Magic Wand. Draw more cards. Okay.
I say. My power is depleted.
I don't have any way of stopping his damage right now. But that's okay because this fits. Skip. None of that's going to be helpful. Just go ahead and activate our crawlers again. I'm really not worried about using this as a gold farming opportunity. Okay, that was a completely clean boss fight. Ooh, card is copied when used. Ooh. Doing Song of Mana into Raw Mana into Song of Mana sounds awesome. Alright, down we go. We are now on the 4th, the penultimate floor of Capella Ultima. Now... Now the Weighty Tome. Now I have 20 mana. That sounds like a good time to say a Shadow Pinion. And then draw 9 cards. And then play a Parmegis. Play a Gallo. And then play a Car. Yeah, the Car goes on a while. Then Hellfire. Then Song of Mana. Do I want... You know, no, I'm taking the crown. Okay, we're going to do another raw mana for another Song of Mana. Oh, this is so good. Okay, Friendship Amulet. Can I do something that won't kill everyone? Yes. Okay, perfect. So then we're going to take the Pumadora and more raw mana for an Empty Tome, for a Duplicator, for a Wings, and now we are going to increase our experience gain by another 345%. Now we win. Our experience gain is now over 5 times baseline. So I can sacrifice a card to get a permanent bonus. I may or may not do that at all, honestly. I definitely had a rough start with this deck today, but it's actually started working very respectably. Alright, let's go for the Parm. We're gonna go for the Garlic. And then the Car. Ooh, a Skull. Okay, hold on. The Song of Mana already has a gem, so I can't evolve it, so I don't want to take that. Let's give it one reroll. A Retain. Okay. You know what? Keeping the Pumadoras so I can just constantly stack recovery actually sounds great. Let's go ahead and draw another 13 cards. Including, well, would you look at that? A Weighty Tome for 39 mana. So, I hope that you're really starting to appreciate at this point how the combo system can just be absolutely exploited. Bracer, that is perfect. This is one of the most important things I needed, to increase the number of cards that I am drawing from my hand. You can potentially go infinite with certain builds. But the thing is that maybe not so much. You see, if you use an individual card too many times in a single turn, it will actually crack. Oh my god, just straight up extra hand size as well. That's so good. It will start to crack, and if you keep playing a cracked card, it can break. And if it breaks, you have to fight the Trickster. Basically the purple Grim Reaper. I actually did that on accident. I didn't even know that the Trickster was in the game. But it just happened. And I actually ended up beating the Trickster on my first try. It was... My god, it was satisfying. Okay, we're gonna go Parm. We're gonna go 7 more cards. We're gonna go Wings for the Light Tome. And then the Light Tome. And then the Vespers. And every time that combo value is going up, the damage I'm able to do with my attacks is going up as well. Stone Mask. Actually, no. Let's go with the Spellbinder. Okay, okay. I'm going to take a massive amount of card draw. And I'm going to go Wild. We're going to bring out Gallo. We're going to bring out Domario. Croce is still in there. I need to draw Croce while keeping my combo. Okay, Wings. We want Croce. And then I want these guys to basically stay active indefinitely. So I'm going to play a Friendship Amulet. And we're going to drop Spellbinder. Crawler triggers 42 more abilities before leaving. Yeah, we're not going to have to worry about running out of our crawlers for a while. And we are still generating combo. But I think this facade has gone on long enough. Ooh. Increasing the might stat every time I use the tome sounds good, especially since the tome is making copies of itself. Alright. This is still definitely not my best run ever. But, that being said, it is going a lot better now. Okay. There we go. Let's just open with the song. Ooh, cross armor. I actually don't mind taking an extra armor. Raw mana, Song of Mana, Shadow Pinion, Garlic, Car. Sounds like they're having a great time. And 9 more projectiles starting on my next turn. What do you got? Spellbinder, Tract Orb. Okay. Puma, Hellfire. Friendship Amulet, Heaven Sword. Ooh, I could get the Pentagram. I don't think the Pentagram is really good, honestly, from having used it. I would rather have another wild card in my deck, which I can use for my Empty Tome into Santa Water, and then Parmegus into Ultra Garlic of Death. Alright. What do we got out here? Alright. This is probably the fight to unlock the game's final relic. I don't know what that relic is. This is probably going to be a very, very hard fight. I guess stacking 8 armor will be fine. Duplicator Tome. Okay, I only took 1 damage since I got my armor up high enough. Yeah, let's go... Song of Mana, Raw Mana, Raw Mana, Heaven Sword, and then Friendship Amulet, and we're going to pop Bracer, so that we are going to be getting massively larger hands on the subsequent turns, plus a little more damage, and then a little bit more recovery. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boss time. Boss time, she wants to put out a lot of damage. Okay. I need more cards. Ideally, I need my Clock Lancet, which I have, but we knocked her back, so she's not actually taking an action. Which does mean we can just go for another Attractor. The real trick is knowing when to end your turn. Because sometimes you have to end your turn before she can just absolutely wreck you with their attacks. Oh, also, I'm completely out of mana. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Okay, okay. I do have an empty tome. So if we'll go for Parm, we will get 10 mana off of the empty tome. And then we play the Copying Light Tome. We are now up to 52 mana. And that's good for the Pumadora. So we can go for Heaven Sword. We can drop a Parm. I now have enough armor to completely soak one of her hits. So we can go ahead and just draw 19 cards. And now's probably a good time for the Carello. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. And that's how efficiently I can kill bosses now. Yeah. Song of Mana... Honestly, what would really make this build work at this point would be another Clock Lancet. Anyway, we can get out some extra damage just to get some more money. So I could potentially keep this whole cycle going over and over and over and over again to summon the Trickster. Should I do it? That is the question. I mean... Let's pick a... You know what? Let's actually show it off. I am okay with the Spellbinder breaking. So I am just going to keep playing the same Spellbinder over and over and over. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me do it. I really don't want to lose one of my Attract Orbs. That's too valuable to me. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually understand the full mechanics of how I pulled this off with my, with getting the Trickster. I truly don't know. Oh, here's my Spellbinder. Okay, we got that. Alright, let's let the combo break. Okay. So there's a Spellbinder in there. Yes. Here we go. Okay, Spellbinder. Let's do this. No, you know what? I'm too nervous. I'm too nervous to let it. I'm just gonna end it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it on my run of my first time clearing this level. Also, I'm only guessing at understanding the mechanics. Deals current kills total as damage to a random enemy. Sure. The weighty tome can do that. Why not? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I could make my deck much stronger than it is. It's kind of great. There's at least one big interactable thing in there that's not just a light source. And I don't know what it is. Wow, that's pretty effective. Okay, wings. Light tome. Light tome. Sure. There we go. What I really need is another Clock Lancet. I need another Clock Lancet very badly. If... No, none of that is really necessary for me. Okay, Hellfire. Also, do you think my crawlers have enough triggers left on them? They're all over 150. Yeah, we still got some time. Let's play some Vespers. And then some Garlic and a King Bible. Gonna leave the little wild cards for rough spots and boss fights. Song of Mana. Raw Mana. Hellfire. Cool. Oh, the bracelet! Yeah, bracelet's great. It's like an even... On the other hand, the friendship does more. Bracelet damage is gonna be a little underplayed. We'll go with this. Okay. Really? You're not done yet? That surprises me. Well, you're quite tough, aren't you? There we go. Okay, so what do you have over here? Oh, that will give me another wing card. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take one more wing card. Okay, wings, orb. Okay. Yes. Then we're gonna pop that weighty tome. And start with some Hellfire. Let's make this a quick battle. Okay. Parm for Song of Mana. Cool. And then let's pop raw mana for Song of Mana. I can't resist. I will take the Celestial Dusting. Even though it is just really... I mean, honestly, it is pretty strong. And we did generate a little heart out of it. So now we can go back into the car. Cool. We'll play a Parm. Empty Tome, Santa Water. There we go. They've been completely destroyed. We'll skip. That's an extra reroll. You know what? Let's go take on the boss. Okay. That was an absolutely terrible starting hand. 45 damage. 45 damage from this group of enemies. Are you kidding me? Okay. Garlic. Farm, Duplicator, Wings, Shadow Pinion. Okay. Wings, Armor, Wings, Orb. Okay, what can I actually do with this? I can go Car, Heaven Sword, Song of Mana. Ugh. I never did like the design of this thing. Let's apply some armor. Santa Water. Let's pop a Clover and end with a Spellbinder. 32 more crawler uses. Honestly, the Spellbinder would be perfect to sacrifice at that altar now. Since there's just nothing practically useful that it's going to contribute to runs anymore. I don't have any way to stop this damage. Okay. Oh wait, yeah I did. I could have just gone with a knockback. That would have worked fine. Whatever. Tract Orb. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's another chunk of damage, unfortunately. Oh my god. This would deal 6 damage to me. How could I possibly survive an onslaught like that? Weighty Tome. Yeah, just get rid of the bomb. Song of Mana. Raw Mana. Song of Mana. Okay. I think that's good for this turn. Alright, mana costs have been randomized. That's fine. What's not fine is that I basically have nothing useful in that hand. Yeah, end that. Okay. Free Attract Orb. Sounds good to me. Grab some mana. Freeze you. Farm. Tome. Bomb. God damn it. I am taking a lot more damage this fight than I wanted to. Okay. Go for the knockback so you won't deal me any damage. Sure, a little bit of damage. We'll call that good. Song of Mana now costs 6. That seems a little bit insane. Okay, you're gonna try and damage again. And I don't have the ability to stop you. Let's just end that turn. Okay. This is also not good. Oh, every Puma is doubled because of my Arcana. Okay. So I'm already recovering 11 after this fight. Oh. Water's coming up. It likes to do that if it thinks that you're not playing cards. And we're about to take another massive hit. Let's pop the Clover. We really need more stuff here going on to stop this. Okay. Shadow Pinion. Let's draw more cards. Let's draw even more cards. Okay. Heaven Sword. Wings. We're gonna go for the car. Then we're gonna play the Pumador and completely heal after this fight. Then we're gonna go for raw mana. Yeah, let's play the song again. There we go. Okay, we got the overkill in. Screw it. Just take a crown. Yeah, let's just make this fast. I've made 65,000 gold so far this run. Ooh. I don't want to do this. Let's go with Decimate. Would it be potentially possible for me to achieve the deck size of 40 achievement on this run? Naturally, as soon as I ask that question, it would immediately have me draw an absolutely terrible hand. I think it's worth trying for it. Okay. Attract Orb. Empty Tome, Attract Orb. Weighty Tome. Parmegis. Bracer, Santa Water, Pumadora, Hellfire. I think that's a good turn. Yeah, let's get a bone in here. Woo! Draw some more cards. Sure. Song of Mana. Yeah, let's draw some more cards. Including this Weighty Tome, which adds 33 mana. Hellfire. There we go, easy run. There we go, that's another card. Weighty. Let's go Wings, Attract Orb for 6 more cards. And then another 7 cards. Let the Vespers roll. Play the Parm for some armor and another powerful attack. Go for a Friendship Amulet. Play the Bracer. Play the Light Tome. Okay, Wings. Bones. Sure, another Parmegis. Then we'll play an Empty Tome, and a Duplicator, and a Parm, and a Clock Lancet, and a Song of Mana, and a Raw Mana, and a Wing, and a Song of Mana. And then, just because it's going to help me get even more cards, yeah, we'll go ahead and pop that. I now earn 865% experience. I know I sacrificed a card to get it, and I know my goal here is to, you know, not be doing that. But I think it's okay. Sure, another Wings. Why not? I think I win. Okay. So I have 37 cards in my deck. The question is it worth sacrificing something for a boost? Honestly, it's really not. I thought I could sacrifice the Spellbinder, but it's not giving me that option. If the next floor is a full-size floor, I will absolutely be able to get the deck size 40 achievement. If the next floor is just a boss, then probably not. Let's go Friendship, Attract Orb. No, I need more mana. So I'll take that Tome, and then another Attract Orb to draw 11 cards. Okay. Weighty Tome. And now I have enough mana to do whatever the hell I want. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for the Pentagram. God knows I can afford it. Go, Pentagram. Yeah, the only problem is it doesn't reward you the experience. Oh, crap. Okay. I would need 2 of these to give me cards. And none of them are giving me cards. So I think the dream of hitting 40 cards this run is dead. Here it is! Boss time! How the hell do I deal with this? Good goddamn question. Okay. Let's let that end. Okay, Clock Lancet. Perfect. Got him. So I'm guessing that this guy is going to be constantly putting out damage. Let's go Parm. Song of Mana. Orlogian to freeze. Okay. Raw Mana. For Song of Mana. For Raw Mana. For Bracer for a massive increase in hand size. For a Santa Water, for a Shadow Pinion, for a Garlic. Okay. Let's go for tone. And then light tone. And then light tone. For friendship amulet, for attract orb. For weighty tone. For heaven sword. Okay. I can do this. I just have to not let them hurt me. I can do that. I can let them not hurt me. Let's go with Bones. King Bible. Vespers. Then we're going to go wild and draw 2 cards. And we're going to play Junk. And we're going to go Wings to draw 20 cards. Okay. Shadow Pinion. And now... here's my garlic. We freeze you for that action. Okay, you're back on another attack action. So let's go for the dusting. Followed by Wings. White Tome. White Tome. It's okay that they're cracking. Literally at any point I end a turn and then they're fine. Okay. Alright. Yep, I had enough armor to mitigate most of that. So now we go Hellfire. And Wings. Okay. I mean, I could just grab 56 armor. Why not? That sounds fine. Increase hand size by 29. Sure. Santa Water, you're not attacking, so it's fine. I have over 100 mana. Pumadora, just in case you hurt me. Let's apply 37 freeze just for the hell of it. And then a Song of Mana. And then raw mana. And then a pentagram. And then Wings. For 37 more projectiles. And let's draw 40 cards. So, I think this is going very well so far. Yeah, your attacks do not scare me. Where's my Hellfire? How about 48,000 damage? Okay. And Shadow Pinion. And they are dead. Was that my first turn or my second? Because that thing got annihilated. Oh. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Cut. Played cards hurt you while this is in your hand. Burns up on use. Okay. Oh my god, he increases curse by 50. Okay, okay, I mean, this seems completely able to be dealt with. Sure. Okay. So, I really don't know what to expect from this thing. I mean, I guess I'll take a little bit of damage. That's fine. Oh, right. As the curse increases, the damage they deal will increase. Okay, that's how they're dealing with that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, hand increased by 5, Pumadora just for free. Alright, let's play that. And there we go. We freeze you. That stops your curse from happening. We're gonna go Parm, Attract Orb. Parm. Let's grab our mana. Okay. This is a hell of a fight. Still, I got through the first part so well. I'm not really all that terribly worried. Sure, Clock Lance it. Alright, that solves that problem. Song of Mana. Raw Mana. Attract Orb. Yeah, let's hit you with the card. Heaven Sword. Wings. Draw 9 cards, because I can. Duplicator's fine. Oh. Oh, I'm kind of out of things I can do here. Okay, well, let's draw more cards. If I can get the Empty Tome off, then yeah, that's just like 14 mana right there. White Tome is 30 mana. Weighted Tome is another 48. You still haven't actually managed to hurt me, which is hilarious. We'll just play a Pentagram for the hell of it, because it amuses me. Play the Parm. Go for the Bones. Play the Santa Water. You're getting closer, bud. I don't like that. Play the Vespers. Play the Wings. Play this thing you put on me. Play the Shadow Pinion. Hellfire. Song of Mana. Raw Mana. Sure, let's draw 29 cards. Okay, Weighty Tome? Oh. Okay, I think I beat it. Wait, what the hell? Okay, hi. Oh, they let you play through credits. Oh, God, games that let you play through credits are so great. I'm so glad I decided to record this. Oh my God, what a great game. My God, this has been so fun to play. Man. And while, yes, toward the end of the game, you can absolutely build even subpar decks to win insane encounters, as I have just proved. It's not skillless. You have to actually understand what you're doing. You have to know how to play around, like, boss mechanics and everything. Like, it's absolutely skill, knowing what to take, what not to take. When to risk and when not to risk. And it's just so insanely satisfying. And look at that, we're getting even more cards again. The relic! The final relic! Overkill in any encounter? Oh my God, that's pure gold farming. You know what I have to do. Okay, okay. We are going to pop as many wild effects as we can and draw 11 cards. This is the ultimate challenge. How far can I push this? How much money can I earn? Yes, I would like more cards, please. Light Tome, here we go. 30 mana. More 30 mana. 48 mana. Hellfire. Okay. I'm going to play this Spellbinder. And then I don't actually have any way to draw more cards, do I? It's fine, just let it end. It's okay for the run to just be what it is. I have not cleared every achievement in Vampire Crawlers today. However, I have now completed the main game. And I will absolutely be back to get those final achievements. But my God. My God, I had so much fun with this today. I knew this was going to be a long episode when I went into it. I knew that this was going to be involved. And it was very involved. Especially at the start when my deck was just not good. And many of the key pieces I was hoping for, I just never came across. Triple damage gems, gem bag gems, you know, things like that. But between the first 3 episodes I recorded and this episode is going to come out right after the 3rd episode, right the day after. It's been more than a week. It's been over a week since I recorded those first 3 episodes. And I think seeing me jump from where I was at playing in those levels versus today is night and day. I truly feel that I have mastered vampire crawlers. My deepest thanks to the entire production team. You guys are so amazing, and you put out these incredible games. They are affordable. They are fun. God, they are amazing. Wow. Oh my god, I did get the achievement. I reached 40. I found the oven kilt relic. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to the town hall. Okay. So, I know that 161 is the total number of achievements in the game. The very last one is just to play purple cards another 1,000 times, and I'm sure I can set something up to do that pretty easily. Let's go spend my money at the blacksmith. The blacksmith lets you put gems onto other cards. So, like, all of these things could have had extra gems on them. Bracers, you know, these, like, extra cards that I find floating around. All of these could have been stronger and more powerful than they were for me. And eventually, I will finish unlocking absolutely everything. There's also the jeweler, where you can see all of the gems that you have available, and you can actually increase and decrease the rarity of those gems by paying. So if you want, like if I really want, I could find the purple trigger card, and I could just, well, that wouldn't make a card count as purple when I played it, but you know, like, if I wanted to do an insane build where, I don't know, I just wanted every single card I played to increase the might stat, I could just pay to make that insanely common. I can make ultra rare things. It's just crazy. There's so much you can do there. I finally got the oven kilt. That's great. Here in the shop, you know what? Buying Curse can go screw itself until I'm done. What does this last one I get? Deal damage equal to twice the size of your deck pile at the end of each turn. That doesn't seem all that great. Alright, well, I am going to keep on slamming gem holes into cards. If there are updates to vampire crawlers in the future, and I suspect there will be, given what has happened with Vampire Survivors, I will definitely be here to play it. And I really can't wait for that day to come. Thank you all so much for watching. This journey has finally come to a close. But there are more that still lie ahead. And I will see you all on the next one.